Good evening. My name is Ruben Christopher Haynes. Today is September 1st, 2024. Today's weight is 388.8. The month of August has been one of the most interesting. I ended July, or I should say the month of July. The amount of my tumors was increasing once again. That is what my analysis shows based upon where I am today here in September. And I had mentioned the idea that I was going one step forward, two steps back, and that is true. My weight did go up, but that weight was the tumors enlarging. And I felt that in some areas, some noticeable. The one noticeable to me was certain fingers had lipomas that caused my nails to deform. And I have the residuals of that, and you can see the indentation where the lipoma was pushing down on the nail bed, so it's warped a bit. So I can track where these happen. I also find them in my hands, certain ideas where they grow and they decrease. And that's a problem if it hits a nerve or a artery. And my myasthenia crisis that occurred at the end of July did that. It torqued an artery that caused blood pressure to go wildly out of control. What troubles me is the fact that the incident was not on my top 10, but it was noticeable enough that the pain on a logarithmic scale, 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, it's basically 1 to 2 is a 1 to 10, 1 to 3 is 100, 1 to 4 is 1,000. It's logarithmic, it's exponential, it gets bigger. I've experienced a 9, and I don't want no one on ever to reach a 9. A 9 is horrific pain, and I felt that pain, but I fought back. And my recovery, that incident that occurred April 26, 2021 was the worst of my life. This one, it peaked at a 3. Sometimes it got to a 5, but only for a split second, or I felt that ultimate pain in my head, like I was about to have a brain aneurysm. It was more in the head than anything else. The body was not as bad. The body was about a 3, 2, 3, 4, but I got a 5 up here. And that freaked me out. It's my brain. And in fact, it was confirmed that I almost had a stroke based upon this information. My heart rate was not that high. The highest it got was probably around 90. It averaged around 70, 80. And it's back down now at 50, 55. Where it should be. They gave me some medication that I did take during the stay inside the rehabilitation center, but I did not, where I am now weaning off that medication because I am my advocate for my health, not my doctor. And I don't trust doctors at all because, again, they are told to do certain things. And when I went through the system and noticed these things, I kept on saying to myself 2 words: be nice, be nice, be nice. And because I was just livid at every little thing that was said and done, which made no sense to me. Still doesn't. But it's been a very interesting time where I'm wondering what's the point. And it is very important that we have to take care of ourselves. And that's why I'm an advocate. I've been an advocate for taking care of myself for many years since I've gotten this illness. I was committed to doing weight loss videos and channels back in 2009 because I knew it was better for me to take care of my health, and I discovered these things. I like to investigate and find out what I need to do. And I did that. I didn't expect to get sick in 2016 and to have such a disease that is so rare, myasthenia gravis. This is so weird. In fact, when I went to the doctor this recently and read over all of the paperwork that I've been scouring through and reading through myself, all of the stuff, he said, myasthenia gravis. Oh, definitely. No one would make up that. Basically, no one would pick that disease as something that is just so bizarre, so weird, and can just take you out right away, and you could be very, very fine. You can look perfectly fine, then go immediately crazy. But what was interesting, or what was more frightening about this time, and it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't a top 10 attack, but it was a memorable attack, one I will always remember. What freaked me out, or what's concerning me, is the recovery. The recovery is actually the worst I've had. It's actually taking longer to get recovered. And because the incident occurred at the end of July, I couldn't walk for 2 weeks or do anything. And then the following 2 weeks, I could walk. I walked around the complex, which if you saw me walking, you'd say I would look normal. But that walking would require me to take a 4-hour nap after. And then it turned into a 2-hour nap. Then it turned into a 1-hour nap. Because essentially I would get up, do my exercises, they would bring me the breakfast, I would eat that, and I would go for my walk. Then I'd do some exercises, do the rehab, then I have lunch, more rehab, more walking. But again, I would walk around the complex, 10-minute walk, and then I would rest for an hour or two. I got out, and I've been here now 2 weeks, being September 1st now. I got here as the 17th through the 31st of August, I'm sorry. And those 2 weeks here have been horrifically bad, where the first week I couldn't even get out of bed. I was too overwhelmed with the pain. I had to get up and make breakfast. I had to get up and do things. And it was very, very difficult. So I essentially, for those 2 weeks, or the 2 weeks that I've been here, I've had to pre-make everything, bring everything up here, and then stay up in this room for the last 2 weeks. Only for the last few days now, I've been going outside in the sun. And I want to go out and do more, but number one, where do I go if I have no money? But number two, I have no energy to go out and do anything. So that's more of a problem. And it's still a problem since July. So still at 4 weeks, where am I compared to where I was before? I would say I'm at 50%. I'm going to say half. I'm halfway there. I'm halfway between. I'm on the brink of either going completely bad or completely good. So I'm going to say I'm 50%. It's vague, but it's all I can say. I was worse before, and now I'm getting better. And I've recommitted. I'm still committed to the weight loss journey, but I'm going to do that. But I'm going to put down in the description, you'll see that the weight loss and how it's gone up. And again, that weight going up is these tumors growing. So what occurred based upon my analysis, because they actually did they did a CT scan, all these different things. And essentially what it is, in my opinion, one of those fatty tumors pushed against the nerve, pushed against the artery, and caused the twerking movement to occur. And that twerking movement of the artery kept the blood going like a kink in the hose that you have, and it builds up the pressure. And that's what happened, which is very, very dangerous, especially if something happens in the brain. So I'm going to continue to work through this, try and figure it out, but this is where we are right now. But I will be doing more videos because the time is now to stand up for myself, my health, and America, what we have to do. Because I am done with all the crap. I've been talking about it, but I'm going to start doing more. Because we're within 90 days of the election, within, and we got to get this done. So I'm going to do everything I can from that regard to fight back and make America great again. Talk to you soon, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.